Hello, my name is Tiago and I'm a developer at Panintelligence, and today I'm going to show you how to configure SSO in the dashboard. So let's jump here on my machine and I'll just go to my localhost, port 8224, which should be the default one. Ooh, misspelled that. Localhost, MS dashboard. So what we're going to do first is we're going to set up our NT authentication. So basically that means telling the dashboard where to find your Active Directory. Just logging in. So for this, you'll need to know the IP of your Active Directory server. And all you have to do is go to Configuration tab, go to Settings, and then you'll have to create two new variables. One is for the IP of your Active Directory server. So let's just call it that. Yeah. Make sure you spell it right. Then you have to put the IP of your server. So mine is 192. So mine is 192.168.20.201. Just press enter. Then you should create a new variable to tell the dashboard what your domain is. So this should be Active Directory default domain, and my default domain would be Panintelligence. Okay, this is a variable that you can override for each user as long as you define a user variable for it with this exact same names, and then put whatever new IP or default domain needed. So I'm just going to save this. Right, they're both there. Good. So now I will have to create a user that matches my Windows login. I'm going to check what my login is now. User accounts. All right, I'm Tiago.Correia. So I'm just going to do that. Tiago.Correia. Okay. Then on the password field, it doesn't really matter because it won't use your dashboard configuration. It will use your Windows credentials. So you can put whatever you want here. I'm just going to put 1234. And then you have to check this box here, allow external login. And then click save. Oh, okay, you can't put 1234. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Done. So now we're going to configure IIS. So make sure you have IIS installed, which you should already have. So first, I need to find out what architecture my machine has got. This is because there are two DLLs that we include on our dashboard. So you'll have to use one of them depending on your architecture. So if you go to command line and type system info, then type find str, then /i, and then type. It will tell you the architecture should be x64 or x32. If you're installing this on a server, you're probably going to be in x64. So now that I know that already, so I'm going to go to my dashboard installation. Dashboard, Tomcat, and then iSAPI. In this folder, you will find these DLLs. So at the moment, by default, our DLL is the 64-bit one. If you're running on a 32-bit machine, just rename this to something else, like x64 iSAPI redirect DLL, and then rename the 32 one to iSAPI underscore redirect. It's all in this README file as well. So now let's configure our IIS server. So open up your IIS manager. It should be somewhere. There you go. Now for this, I'm going to create a new site, but you can use your default website. So let's just create this as SSO. Okay, probably capital O. Let's put on port 81 so it doesn't interfere with my default website, but you can probably use port 80. Then I'll set my physical path to somewhere. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put it on the default IIS folder. So it should be on C, inet pub, and then www-root, as you can see there. Press OK. You should see it here now. So now we can start doing the configurations related to the SSO. So all you do now is press the website that you just created, and then go to the iSAPI filters here, double click it, and then you'll have to add your DLL file that is included in the dashboard. So I'm just going to call it dashboard. Then you have to find it. So go to your dashboard installation, which is usually in C, program files, x86, and then dashboard, Tomcat, iSAPI, and then use this DLL. Okay. Now you should see it on this list, and then you will have to add a new virtual directory on your website. So just right-click it, add virtual directory. The alias must be Jakarta. So make sure you spell it right. Physical path will have to be the directory where the DLL is. So it's going to be in C, program files 86, dashboard, Tomcat, iSAPI. Press OK. Now on your Jakarta folder, make sure that on the basic settings and connect as, it's set with this option, application user. Press OK. Having Jakarta selected, go to your handler mappings here, double click it. If these two are disabled, you'll have to go to edit feature permissions and then click execute. So now go back to your website. Mine is SSO. Go to authentication, and you'll see a number of them in here. If any of them is enabled, put them to disabled, except for Windows authentication. So you can see that all of them on mine are disabled except for Windows authentication. Now go to your IIS server, which should be the top bit. Go to iSAPI and CGI restrictions. this one here. Click add, and then you have to select the path to your ISAPI DLL, which should already be open. And then I'm just going to put the description as dashboard. And then you have to press allow extension path. Okay, there we go. So now you have to make sure that your machine has permissions to access this Jakarta folder. So if you go to edit permissions, right click it, go to edit permissions, go to security, and then press edit. Now you'll have to make sure that the machine is listed here. If it isn't, then click add, and then on the object types, select computers, and then type in the name of your machine. So my machine name is DCS34836, and then press check names. If it becomes underline, then it found the machine correctly. Then press OK. Then make sure you have read and execute permissions for this user, well, machine. Click apply. OK. OK. Done. So now you have to do some configuration for this specific site. Otherwise, when you try to access the URL, it will prompt you for a password in a Windows-like prompt box. So in here, in this section area, you try to find system web server, security, authentication, and then select Windows authentication. The from path should look something like this: application.config location path, and then the name of your website. This should be automatically selected, but if it isn't, you just have to go here and make sure that it's somewhere in there. But it will select it automatically once you select the section bit. So in here, you have to make sure that this enabled bit is set to true. Mine already is, which is good. And then if it is, if you change anything here, let's just change so I can see, so you can see. It's false and then true again. You have to click apply, and only then this is saved. Then go to your IIS, then restart. So now we don't use the dashboard port, use the port that you configured in IIS. So mine was 81. If yours was the default website, you can leave this part out and just access it like this. But mine was configured on 81. That's dashboard. And you're logged in. Congratulations, you have SSO installed. Now you have your dashboard configured with single sign-on. And if you have any more problems, please contact us at support@panintelligence.com. For more videos, please go to our website, panintelligence.com. See you next time.